If you want to get the Cold War Zombies Firebase C Wonder Weapon, there are a few options, one of which involves a dartboard. You can get the RAI K-84 by assembling parts found around the map, by completing trials, or out of the mystery box. However, with all those choices, what's the best or guaranteed way to make sure you get the Wonder Weapon every time you want it? In this video, I'm going to outline the best way of getting it. If you follow the steps to craft the RAI K-84 Wonder Weapon in this tutorial, it's the easiest and most surefire way, and I'll walk you through finding all the parts you need. You can try to get it as a legendary reward from challenges or hit the mystery box over and over, but the surefire way is to build it by assembling 4 parts. That's it, just 4 separate parts. A blueprint, a barrel assembly, a power cell, and an ethium converter. And that's what I'm going to cover in this tutorial today, the easiest way to get that done. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Turn on the bell with notifications if you're new. Let's get on with the tutorial. As soon as the mission starts, you'll want to take out a few zombies and gather enough points so you can go across the street and open the door by the quick revive perk machine and head upstairs to make your way through the teleporter. Once you do, you'll be teleported to the main area of Firebase C. You'll have 3 indicators on your hub, all for ether reactors. Your goal is to turn on the power, but in order to do so, you'll have to activate and defend all 3 reactors. Start by visiting closest one, spend 500 points each to activate it, and defend it from a horde of zombies. Once you activate it, you'll see 2 meters on the left hand of your screen. One is for charge and the other is for damage. You need to make sure it charges up by killing zombies in the vicinity before being damaged too much, otherwise you'll have to repurchase it and restart the process all over again. Repeat this process with the other 2 ether reactors, and once you've done all 3, the power will turn on. Note that once the power is turned on, you can utilize the pack-a-punch machine in the main building of the village where you started. Now that the power is on, the first step to build the Wonder Weapon is to get a blueprint located in the weapons lab. The weapons lab is to the right of the main area where you spawned in from the teleporter. The blueprint will be right here on the wall. Now that you have the blueprint, I'm going to show you how to collect the barrel assembly. But the key to the locker you need to get it is locked inside a security door, which can only be opened by a successful retina scan. So head to the opposite side of the map to the generator area where the stamina Percola machine is located. Once you're in this area, head outside, go to the bottom on the far right. At the very bottom, you'll see a tank that's on fire with a corpse leaning against it. Walk up to the corpse, hold the action button, and you'll have a little cinematic where you take its eye out. You won't be able to move until the cutscene is over. You'll hear zombies on around you, but they won't attack while the cutscene is playing. After it's done, there'll be a few extra zombies that spawn you can kill if you'd like, but you need to take the eye back to the weapons lab and place it in the retina scanner to the right of where you grabbed the blueprint. Scanning the eye will open up a drawer beneath the computer containing the locker key. Grab that key, then run back to the main area of the map. From here, you want to head to the barracks area, which is found straight ahead from the main area with the teleporter. There are 2 buildings with lockers, one on the right that has 3 lockers and one on the left that has 6 lockers. What you need to do is start opening up the lockers, and as you do, new creatures known as mimics will appear, up to 3 of them. One of them will drop a barrel assembly part, so be on the lookout for it and pick it up when it spawns. Many times it's the first mimic. You can hit 1 or 2 lockers, and if you listen closely, you can actually hear it when it spawns. And usually it's the first mimic that spawns that'll drop that barrel assembly part. But sometimes it makes you spawn all 3. To get the power cell, you'll need to wait for a mangler to spawn. Manglers typically spawn at round 15. For this step, you'll need to shoot its arm cannon as it's charging up, and if done correctly, it'll drop the power cell you need. Make sure you don't actually kill the mangler before shooting the arm cannon that drops the power cell, or you'll have to do it again in the later round when another one spawns. Once it drops the power cell, take it back to the weapons lab and place it on the computer on the right side of the room to charge it. After you place the power cell, it'll be purple, and you'll need to wait a full round for it to charge. When it's done, it'll be gold, and you can pick it up, And then you have a fully charged power cell. The final part that we need to collect is the Ethereum converter. It's hidden in a dartboard back at the spawn, to the left of the Pack-a-Punch machine. You'll have to shoot 3 different numbers on the dartboard in a specific order, and then a bullseye to gain access to this final part. How do you know what code to shoot? It's different every game. Well, we return to the weapon lab and approach the computer. Hold the action button to start what looks like a pie chart on the screen with blinking segments. What you need to do is watch the blinking and take note each time it stops. It will do this 3 times, and each time it stops represents the segment you need to make note of. You might have to use a stun grenade on a zombie to have enough time to watch all 3 parts. In total, it'll take about 10 to 15 seconds to watch the entire sequence. You can probably see where this is going, but essentially you need to shoot the sections of the dartboard that correspond with the sections that lit up on the computer screen. Keep in mind, these sections are random each game, so you have to memorize them or write them down every match you play. Some players like to count the number of sections that light up on screen to keep track, or listen to the number of beeps. Once you figured out the 3 numbers, you'll need to shoot those sections that correspond on the dartboard. This part can be confusing, so I'm going to do it once again. I'm going to go to the computer and I'm going to zoom in. You can hear the little tick, 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 tick. And the first number is 7. The next number is 14. And the final number is 20. Now I'm going to head over to the spawn and shoot those 3 numbers on the dartboard. You have to use a weapon that uses single fire. Well, you can use a machine gun, but if it fires more than once, you have to do it all over again. And this works, but of course the zombie didn't stay away. I go around and get the... there we go. And get that last part. Return to the weapons lab and go to the area where you picked up the blueprint. You'll build the wonder weapon on the table when you have all those parts. Make sure the battery's charged, and voila. Also, the power cell and the Ethereum converter, the dartboard part and the bangular part, those don't have to be done in the order I showed it in this tutorial. Once you have the first 2 parts, the blueprint and the barrel assembly, you can do the power cell and Ethereum converter steps in whichever order is most convenient for you. Thank you for watching this member requested tutorial. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments below. I always check comments. Subscribe and I'll see you next time.